Hello everybody, I'm Storm here. Welcome back to Factorio. In the last episode, we continued to work on our new forge, where all of the copper is now done and ready, and we need to work on iron and steel. And one of the things we're going to need for iron and steel are cobalt ingots for, well, a few things. We're going to need it for, well, making iron. We're going to need it for making steel. We're also going to need it for making cobalt steel as well. So, that is what we're working on. And as part of the cobalt process, we're going to need some lime. And we're going to need some carbon. And fortunately, they kind of tie together a little bit, and so we kind of worked on building up the lime production so that we could get the carbon dioxide and the lime we need. I went ahead off screen, took care of bringing over the coke, hooking that up, getting our carbon ready. Lime is all full and ready to go, and so we are ready for the next stage of things, which is going to be calcium chloride, which we're going to need. Let me just kind of prep some space here. Because we're going to need, what is this? 6 electrolyzer Mark IVs? Okay. And we do not need the oxygen gas or the hydrogen gas for anything here. We just need the slag. Okay. So, we need what? Electrolyzer Mark IVs. We need 6 of those. I probably should have manufactured those ahead of time. Oh, well, while they're manufacturing, we're going to need our hydrogen chloride gas. Which actually, let me cancel this for a second because I want to get a pump first. And then we'll go ahead and get those electrolyzers. Oh, as it turns out, I didn't actually need the pump because my pumps are already here. All right, well, I already got them all installed. Okay. And let's see. How far north do I want to bring this stuff? Probably this is good. I kind of want to keep all this stuff in the same area, if at all possible. Though 6 of these things, be hard pressed to fit them in that spot. So we may need to use this area, so let me go ahead and kind of square this off a bit. Just about there. Alright, let me check how electricity is doing. Electricity is doing okay. Still have a lot of capacity left. 1.1 gigawatts. Okay, we got for our first 5. I think 6 will fit. And you guys are doing dirt water electrolysis. We're going to need 6 of those. And that is, of course, exactly where I need to put the electrolyzer. Okay. All right, how many? We need 2 per, which is what they can hold. All right. And then I need a dozen flare stacks. And then we're going to need the output belts. I don't think they need any modules on those. They seem to be handling things okay. What's the output rate? 26.5 per second. Okay, that's fine. Okay, and then we're going to need 2 ore crushers. 2 ore crushers. And we're going to need a chemical plant. And then that will get me everything that I need for this stage. Alright, there we are. And then these need 3, right? Yep, all 3. And then we're dumping out the crushed stone. Into a chemical plant. 4. Okay, and so you're going to be making calcium chloride with 3 modules. Okay, so I just need that hydrogen chloride gas. Okay, so where do I want to bring it over? Probably right about there. That should be fine as long as I don't bump into anything else. That is actually perfect. There we go. And then we'll throw you into a warehouse. There we are. Okay, so that's all the stuff we're going to need for the cobalt production process. Except for cobalt. Well, and sulfuric acid. But off-screen, another thing I did was I built this, which is a whole sulfuric acid production system to make sure that we get enough sulfuric acid into this system, because the actual, like, the ore purification uses a lot of sulfuric acid. So I was kind of afraid that we weren't going to have enough, so I wanted to make sure. So that's where we're at. Alright, so this is using 53 cobalt ore per second to make this. Well, that's plenty. Because we are making 120 per second if we need it. But I don't think we will. Alright, so this is the line. Then we're going to be bringing the cobalt through. All right. Actually, let me just remove that. We're going to need, oh yeah, this is 3 to 3 to 3 to 3. This is good deal here. 1, 2, 3. We're going to need 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to need 3 liquefiers. 1, 2, 3. And then 3 chemical furnaces. 1, 2, 3. And then 3 blast furnaces. 1, 2, 3. All right. So we need to make sure that we're going to clear all of this. And those things are a lot wider, so I'm going to need to give it a good amount of clearance. 1, 2, 3. There we go. And actually, it looks like I need to back that up a bit more. Go drop off that cobalt there. Alright, so you're going to be processing cobalt. And you're going to have, what? 2 modules. 2 modules. Alright, and that's going to go to one of those with 1 module. I might as well put 2 in there. And then that's going to go to a liquefier. To produce the cobalt hydroxide. Okay, liquefier. And you're going to produce cobalt hydroxide. There you go. And then that's going to be sent to a chemical furnace. To make cobalt oxide. From that and calcium chloride. There we are. And then dumped into a blast furnace, which we haven't gotten to yet. Then we get those 3 lines down, and then we just got to hook everything up. And then that will get us the ingots we need. At a rate of what? 106 per second. Okay, well, that'll be coming off of 3 lines, so that'll be about a little over 30... around 35 per line. So that'll work. Alright, and then you are going to make ingots from carbon and cobalt oxide. Excellent. I need some more substations. All right, and then here are the cobalt inputs. Yeah, these are still filling. All right, make sure those are all set up. And I think the first thing we're going to do is we're going to bring down a fuel line. Which we're going to do that right about here. Actually, it's going to have to move over one more. Well, actually, might be best to move it over this way. Okay, and then that'll be through there, because we want to make sure that we feed the fuel in first. Because the carbon can also be used as fuel, but we don't want to be using the carbon for fuel. Okay. How much? 353.4 per second of the sulfuric acid. Alright, so let's run a separate line for that. Okay, so actually it might be better to have it like that. There we are. Okay, how many do these need, actually? Those need 4. Okay, and then it is this that needs the calcium chloride. Where do I need the lime? Oh, the lime is going to be used in the other processes, right? 9.8 per second lime. Oh, yeah. That's where the lime is going to be used. Alright, so let's bring this through. And then where do I want to bring it? Let's see. Let's see if this will work. Yeah, that should work. All right, there we are. These need 1. Well, you know what? I'll just go 2. And so how much are they going to be consuming per... Not even 10 per second. So, yeah. The inserter should be able to handle it. And what about the... Same thing for the carbon. So, inserters should be fine. So let's grab that carbon. Now this carbon is only scaled for cobalt. I think there are going to be other things that need carbon. And we'll have to find other ways of getting that carbon. Which shouldn't be too much trouble. Shouldn't be too much trouble at all. Alright, I'd like to bring the carbon down on this line here. Alright, so what we need is had the wrong buttons. Pick up and drop. And then you guys need 1. But we'll put 2 in there. Alright, and then hook all those inserters up and feed the silo. Alright. So there we go. Cobalt is ready to go. Next, what we're going to need is nickel. And we're going to need to make like 100 nickel ingots. Thing is, we also need to make nitinol, which also needs nickel. So, what is going to be the recipe for nickel? Nickel ingot. Oh yeah, nickel is one of the goofy processes where you need to make ingots to make ingots. Alright, well let me just check something. So if we made nickel ingots with cathodes, just straight up, and we wanted to make 100 per second of them, it would use 66.7 per second ore. That's actually not bad. That's only half the ore we can make. That could definitely work. Just doing this simple process. If I were to make the 100... Oh yeah, this is strange. Because then you would also have to make the nickel from the cathodes. Alright, so then if we computed by factory, if we said 1, that would be 18 per second. So if we did 5, we would need 6. Yeah, I can't sort it out. Well, that alone would consume 54 nickel ore per second. And then if I wanted to do 36 of these, it would take 24. No, we would get 144 per second out of... Wait a minute, if we went to 5... If we went to 4... 96... 45... Yeah, the numbers are actually just not that much different. So I think I'll just go with this. For nickel, 500 per second sulfuric acid. Oh my goodness. What if we did this in a different way? What if we did this a different way? What if I did this nickel ingot from carbon monoxide? For 100 ingots per second. That would take 100 ore per second. If I wanted to make nitinol plate at a rate of 60 per second, I would need 20... I need 40 steel ingots. 12.5. I need 40 steel ingots. 25 ore. 58.4 ore, so that's nearly 60 ore. That's 35 ore. So, let's see, 35 ore. 60 ore. $25, so that'll be 25 plus 35 is 60. That's for making 18 cobalt steel per second. This is not nitinol, this is Invar. Oh, nitinol as well. Methanol also needs nickel. Alright. I gotta sort out my numbers, I think. I'll try and do that off screen. Because it looks like nickel is going to be somewhat complicated. That's alright. Alright, so we'll go ahead and wrap this episode up here for today. With our cobalt all done and ready. And then I'll get all the nickel numbers sorted out, and then we'll figure out how we're gonna be making our nickel for next episode. So for now, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.